Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. So today Philip and I came out to the Monterey Dunes area, and it's a king tide. So what we're trying to do is see if we can catch the water coming over into this pond, which kind of sits here behind me. It's a big mosquito problem for the residents back here, and really we get all kinds of mosquitoes, but even different types. We get the Aedes, which we get now. We get the Culex and the Culecita. So it's a pond that we always have to check on, but we just want to see how this king tide is affecting the flow. This pond is affected by rain and tides, so we're just checking it out, seeing where the water flows in, seeing if this water is going to get in more from this king tide. So let's go check it out. So this little spot right here is pretty much where the water flows in. We're gonna come up the hill a little bit and we'll show you what the tide looks like. But when the tide gets high enough, the water will flow in right here and straight into the pond behind me. Now Philip's getting some drone footage to get you a better look at what it all actually looks like. But as we come around right here, as soon as we get up this little hump, you'll see how close right now the tide is to coming over. As you can see, this is the high tide. It's not as high as we thought it would be, which is good. That means there's no water going in, but it is still coming up. So you can see how close it's actually getting to entering into this spot. We're gonna stick around for a little bit. We're gonna see if the tide gets a little higher. According to our tide books, this is about the time the tide really should be hitting its highest point. So we'll see if it gets a little higher. We'll see if it actually flows into the pond right now. But this is the spot where the water comes in and really adds to this pond. Now, we have checked around the pond and it does have larvae in it already. So we are gonna have to treat it, but we're gonna wait a little bit and see if we can get some more water in there. So in this case, it looks like the tide wasn't high enough to come in this time around, but it was a really pretty sight to see. Those waves were coming in pretty hard, pretty fast. So for right now, tides look good. Didn't affect this pond too much. There is larvae, so we already have to treat it, but we don't have to worry about more water entering in and worrying about another hatching. So that's good. We'll go check the rest of our stuff. So I thought I'd go ahead and end this video out here where Vince was at a couple of videos ago. Now in his video he kind of showed what it was like when the slough was pushing the water back out. Now the water's coming in. We've had some king tides. The water's pushing in. You can see that behind me. So what happens is all this water is going to rise and get into the pickleweed and hatch off a lot of mosquitoes. Now this is a few hundred acres worth of area that's really affected by these tides. So depending on how high these tides are is the damage that it's going to do when it comes to mosquitoes and putting them off. Tides play a big role when it comes to watching mosquitoes in these big areas. These tide gates help out, but at the same time this water is going to push into a lot of different areas, and as you can see, even Blooms, which is about 300 acres, filling up already. So until next time, take it easy. Is that going to cause a problem?
With the tide gates, well, what happened the first time was, and I'm assuming it'll happen this time, is with all the new water coming in, the water level on that side is going to raise way up. It's going to hatch all the eggs at once, and I'm going to bomb it, and I'll probably get another hatching, and I'll bomb that, and I'll be good for a while. Once I get the two major hatchings over with, and the water's kind of just flowing back and forth, it won't be as much of an issue.
So you're not worried about it?
I'm not worried about it.